I don't think there has been a semester where I haven't had to spend some sort of money on textbooks. On average, I spend about $300 a semester on all of my textbooks, so it adds up quite a bit. And I really do wish that there was some sort of program that allowed me to get them for cheaper or free.
Students like Rebecca are not alone in feeling this way. Each semester requires textbooks for classes that cost students a large portion of their paychecks to keep them afloat in their education. For most, it is an expense that can cause an additional stressor in their lives. When the opportunity to help out his fellow classmates arose, Student Government President Alejandro Ramos knew he had to do something.
When I first came into my role as Student Government President, I went to the Student Government office and I found piles and piles of textbooks in boxes, on desks, on tables, and I wasn't quite sure what we were going to do with those books. When I asked the person that had run the textbook drive previously in the previous administration, they had told me that they were possibly thinking about donating them to a public library, but then I was thinking that we needed to do more to impact the Sacred Heart students here on campus.
The goal to make use of the textbooks led Alejandro to the Ryan Matura Library on campus and in contact with Susan Lukers, Sacred Heart's Resources Development and Assessment Librarian.
But they wanted to do something, and at that point, I think they could have been, recycled or given away or something like that. But Alejandro, went above and beyond and reached out to the library to see if, we would want them. From there, we had to decide on the library side, what are we going to do with all these books? How do we incorporate them into our collection?
The staff came up with a solution, a textbook reserve in the library for student use. Located on the main floor of the library, students can utilize a textbook for 3 hours within the library, free of charge. The reserve holds books from the various colleges on campus and hopes to expand as word spreads about the project. For the library and student government, they hope the reserve creates a stress-free option for students who need to complete their work, but don't have the financial means to purchase an expensive book.
I had a friend come visit the office, and she had told me, a situation that she had where she had to wait to buy her textbook until midway through the semester, and her grades suffered substantially because of it, because she couldn't afford a book for her nursing classes, which tend to be very expensive.
We see so many students come to the circulation desk, some in tears, with their course list. We see how upset students are about the need to pay for textbooks. So in a way, this became a potential solution for us.
In the fall semester, student government hosted a book drive for the initiative and accumulated around 200 books, 160 of them which were able to be donated.
Last semester I paid over $800 for books, which I'm not a huge fan of, so the reserve is going to be a huge asset for me.
The library is still accepting donations and is very grateful for student government's help.
We're so happy to have student government and Alejandro getting this whole pilot and initiative going. It's really nice to have a collaboration like this.
For The Pulse, this is Charissa Munoz and Alejandro Ramos, Fairfield, Connecticut.